The Fresh Toones Music Show is underwritten by the Animation Workshop at Animated Studio, providing animation instruction since 1993. Please visit their website at animatedstudio.com. Well, welcome to the Fresh Toones Show. My name is Dave Paltz, and the theme of today's show is called Countdown to the Trials. Well, it's probably pretty obvious what trials I'm referring to. Over the last 6-7 years or so, I've written a number of songs concerned with the Trump era. I thought it was only fair to put some of those songs together in preparation for the trials that are coming ahead. And so I'm not going to say too much more about them, and I'll let the songs speak for themselves. The first song that I'm going to play is actually not a fresh tune of mine, but it's a song by the Dady Brothers, and it's called Mr. Tangerine Man.
The Tangerine Man built a wall for me. I'm a white guy and I'm angry, so I'm following you. My Confederate flag is proof that I'm a native of this land. My people are supreme. We eat tangerine ice cream, and below the skin we're sexist and we're racist. I believe in what your hat says, you will make America great. I can read it in your face, but I think that hat is just to keep your hair in place. Hey, Mr. Tangerine Man, build a wall for me. I'm a white guy and I'm angry, so I'm following you. You will help us take our country back from whom we do not know. But you should put on a show with that toupee on your head. Now is it orange or is it red? Your little hands waving free up there on the stage, stirring up unfounded rage, leaving us to wonder what's this country coming to. Hey, Mr. Tangerine Man, build a wall for me. I'm a white guy and I'm angry, so I'm following you. Those promises and insults spew madly across your tongue, and they're aimed at everyone. You even think that it is fun, but the truth is, brother, you are just a bully. You're smarter than the rest of us, 'cause you've evaded tax. Small business gets the axe, as you refuse to compensate them fully. Hey, Mr. Tangerine Man, build a wall for me. I'm a white guy and I'm angry, so I'm following you. You sit up in your tower and watch them build your wall as they rally to your call and ring the bells out loud of hate and bigotry. Yes, to dance upon humanity with little hands waving free, silhouetted by your greed, with no memory of your lies, all the good that you despise, putting women in their place. Your campaign is a disgrace, but for all of that I promise I will vote for you. Tangerine Man, build a wall for me. I'm a white guy and I'm angry, so I'm following you.
It's hard for me to turn down money because that's not what I've done in my whole life. I grab and grab and grab. You know, I get greedy. I want money, money. Now I'll tell you what we're gonna do, right? We get greedy, right? Now we're gonna get greedy for the United States. We're gonna grab and grab and grab. Bring in so much money and so much everything. We're gonna make America great again, folks. I'm telling you, we're gonna make America great again.
Man, build a wall for me. I'm a white guy and I'm angry, so I'm following you.
Well, most of what I'm going to share with you today are songs related to the countdown to the trials. But this one is actually, I edited together parts of an old film called A Face in the Crowd, starring Andy Griffith. The film was so on, I believe it was done in the 50s, and so I edited together. They used the imagery from the movie and told a story that seemed directly connected to what Mr. Trump pulled off.
They're mine. I own them. They think like I do. Only they're even more stupid than I am, so I gotta think for them.
But my study of history has convinced me that in every strong and healthy society from the Egyptians on, the mass had to be guided with a strong hand by a responsible elite. Let us not forget that in TV we have the greatest instrument for mass persuasion in the history of the world. Politics have entered a new stage, the television stage. Instead of long-winded public debates, the people want caps or slogans. Time for a change, the mess in Washington, more bang for a buck, punchlines and glamour.
Think you underestimate the respect which people are never...
Respect? Did you ever hear of anyone buying any product, beer, hair rinse, tissue, because they respect it? You gotta be loved, man. Love.
I say one thing for him, he's got the courage of his ignorance.
Get me a whole bunch of colorful country-looking characters all sitting around, listening to Lonesome Roads sound off about everything from the price of popcorn to the hydrogen bomb. I'm not just an entertainer. I'm an influence, a wielder of opinion, a force. A force. What really bugs me about our limey cousins is the way they keep on trying to act like a first-class outfit when their store is having to close up its branches all over the world.
That's right.
You're off.
Glad that's over. I'm gonna start shooting people instead of ducks.
Oh, if they ever heard the way that psycho really talks.
Sure,
Choreography,
I
Don
got 'em
Krantz.
like this.
You know what the public's like, a cage full of guinea pigs.
Good night, you stupid idiot. Good night, you miserable slob.
There are a lot of trained seals. I toss them a dead fish and they'll flap their flippers.
He's a monster. I'm gonna call the station.
The broadcasting network. That line is busy.
Well, you can just tell him from me that I'll never listen to his filthy program again.
Board's burning up. What'd he say?
I don't know, but it must have been a whopper.
So we're slobs, are we? Well, you can tell Lonesome Road for me.
All of a sudden, I'm poisoned. You're gonna love me. Say you're gonna love me. Say you're gonna love me. Yeah, you're gonna love me. You're gonna love me. Hey, what's your name? Francis. Francis, you're gonna love me. Francis, you're gonna love me. Love me, love me. Get out, get out, get out, you dressed up black monkey. You turned my stomach. Get out. In a time of crisis, who else could rally the people like Lonesome Roads? Who else could move the people to action like Lonesome Roads? You are looking at America's answer to the crying need for national...
He likes lots of applause.
Beat it! Because the people listen to Lonesome Roads. Because the people love Lonesome Roads. Lonesome Roads is the people. The people is Lonesome Roads. Beat it. Let me hear it more. Yeah.
Well, that little audio would have been much clearer with the video from YouTube. So check it out. Dave's Fresh Tunes, Crazy Trump, and a parody from A Face in the Crowd. Well, I'm not going to say too much more about the next song because there's a little introduction before I start the song. It's called Not in This Dear Old Country of Ours. This is a song I wrote in the spirit of Woody Guthrie and Pete Seeger. This song is called Not in This Dear Old Country of Ours. Not in this dear old country of ours, Not in this dear old country of ours. Not gonna let it happen tonight. Not in this dear old country of ours. They think that they can do what they do, but they had better think it through, 'cause not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. Big egos might think they can do whatever they want to do, but we've got some real news in this dear country that just won't do, 'cause not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. Not gonna let it happen tonight. Not in this dear old country of ours. They think that they can do what they do, but they had better think it through, 'cause not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. They think they'll go real far, but not in this dear old country of ours. We've got something you had better hear, so take those fingers right out of your ears. Say, not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. Not gonna let it happen tonight. Not in this dear old country of ours. They think that they can do what they do, but they had better think it through, 'cause not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. They smile and shake our hands, eat corn dogs, bagels, even kosher ham. But when it comes time to vote for the folks, they say, did you really believe it? It was all a joke, 'cause not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. Not gonna let it happen tonight. Not in this dear old country of ours. They think they can do what they do, that they had better think it through. One more time now. Not in this dear old country of ours. Not in this dear old country of ours. Not gonna let it happen tonight. Not in this dear old country of ours. They think that they can do what they do, but they had better think it through. Well, no introduction needed for this song. It's a fresh tune called The Trump Swamp Song.
On this, and he's telling you what was in his heart. You always want to go by what's come out of his mouth rather than what was in his heart. What was in his heart? What was in his heart?
He came riding on a white horse, and its name was Trojan. They came bearing hidden gifts and squeezed forth when his tail would lift. The putrid droppings landed where they thought, right on the people's heads. Some ran screaming with fright, and some bathed in delight. With the filth that horse did foster, some good people were accosted. The king, he never blinked, 'cause he rarely would ever think. Because
and I did too, because I was getting killed in the press.
He knew it all.
I know more about ISIS.
He was a winner.
Than the generals.
Could never fall.
Believe me.
But he did not look around enough, 'cause the people finally did dig out from all the crap he handed them. They found their footing once again, and they took a breath. They found their minds, vowed to never let their anger do more harm. To know that words can say a lot, we can't ignore them and say so what. And the people rose, they said no more. The king, he fought, but then he lost, 'cause the people had found their anger had come back around, and the evil they despised, and his words filled with lies that once blinded their eyes until they opened them wide. And they took a breath, they found their minds, vowed to never let their anger do more harm. To know that words can say a lot, we can't ignore them and say, so what? This is the Fresh Toones Show, and the theme of today is Countdown to the Trials. And we've been playing some songs and some other audio that I've created to do a little review of the Trump era and hopefully a countdown to the trials that will put an end to it. This song is called Gaslightin' Donnie. Well, turn down your gaslight, Donnie. The people have heard enough. With Steve Bannon's arm right up your butt, your alternative facts have become too much. We say now, no more Donnie, no more Steve. Pack up your bags and get ready to leave. You tell us all to shut our mouth, but freedom-loving people sometimes have to shout. They say now, turn down your gaslight, Donnie. We're not buying it anymore. You've lied and pushed your hate. Now the people have one more thing to say. They say now, no more Donnie, no more Steve. Pack up your bags and get ready to leave. You tell us all to shut our mouth, but freedom-loving people sometimes have to shout. They say now, turn down your gaslight, Donnie, 'cause we're not going anywhere. We might have to say it louder, 'cause you just can't seem to hear. We say, no more Donnie, no more Steve. Pack up your bags and get ready to leave. You tell us all to shut our mouth, but freedom-loving people sometimes have to shout. We say now, turn down your gaslight, Donnie. The people have heard enough. With Steve Bannon's arm right up your butt, your alternative facts have become too much. And we say, no more Donnie, no more Steve. Pack up your bags and get ready to leave. You tell us all to shut our mouth, but freedom-loving people sometimes have to shout. Yes, they do. Well, there certainly is a dark force at work in our country. This song is simply called Dark Force. There's a dark force funded by the Koch brothers. There's a dark force sponsored by the NRA. There's a dark force of greedy, heartless corporations. There's a dark force of Bible-thumping thieves. And the emperor's in the White House. There's a dark force with stormtroopers on the march. There's a dark force floating around in Congress, grabbing all the money that they can. light will shine when we can show our love and give it voice. There's a dark force empowered by black robes. There's a dark force saying corporations are people too. There's a dark force from bowing down to dark money. There's a dark force and we're the sacrificial lambs. But we can counter it. There's a dark force and we must resist. There's a dark force and there always has been. There's a dark force, but there's a light that always wins. Our light will shine when we can show our love and give it voice. There's a dark force and the sun is rising. There's a dark force, vampires on the run. There's a dark force, the cold is receding. The warm light of love is on her way. 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 As we continue to do our countdown to the trials songs, this one is called You've Made Your Choice, Now Own It. It was kind of written in frustration after Donald Trump was elected, and it reviews a lot of what he represented in his campaign.
What you're even talking about with white supremacy or white supremacists. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know, did he endorse me or what's going on? Because, you know, I know nothing about David Duke. I know nothing about white supremacists. And so you're asking me a question that I'm supposed to be talking about people that I know nothing about.
Get your torches lit and get in your column. Christ formation.
Take a look in the mirror, America. This is who you've become, America. You may try to deny it, America. You've made your choice, now own it. And it's sad, so sad, when fear drives us mad and anger fills our day instead of love. For those who put this man in charge, America, your work has just begun, America. It does not suffice to say, America, it's not our fault he fooled us. And it's sad, so sad, when fear drives us mad and anger fills our day instead of love. He showed us every day, America, with all the words he'd say, America. There is no absolution, America. You made your choice, now own it. And it's sad, so sad, when fear drives us mad and anger fills our day instead of love. Our only saving grace, America, will be for those who are brave enough to say, America, I truly made a mistake, America. I made my choice, now I must own it. And it's sad, so sad, when fear drives us mad and anger fills our day instead of love, instead of love, instead of love. And that's it for today's Fresh Toones Show and our countdown to the trials. I know sometimes folks say, oh, it's getting too political, I don't want to hear that. Well, the whole scene is political, and if you don't speak up, you could get drowned in some pretty deep stuff that is not going to be good for America. So we got to speak up once in a while. I have a lot of fun songs and mostly loving songs that I share every week. But once in a while, I have to speak up and share some of my political songs. So keep speaking up. Enjoy what you do, be creative, and tell your story. So long now. Bye. If you'd like to check out some other Fresh Toones radio shows, you can go to YouTube and search for Fresh Toones Radio Show. And Toones has 2 O's, not a U. Thanks.